guys, welcome back. If you're new to this channel, my name is Anakayla and I travel with my partner Regan in our self-built Toyota Hiace van. And today, Regan and I were driving to a new campsite, a free camp along the coast of Victoria. And it made me realise that some of you van lifers out there, or people who want to start travelling Australia, probably wonder, where do people camp and how do people find them, and are you allowed to, or like what happens with that whole situation? I've actually had this question myself, so I thought why not discuss it with you guys, because we have been doing it since we left our hometown of Noosa on the Sunshine Coast in Queensland, in Australia. Yeah, we left early February and it's now the end of July, so we did have a stop off to work at one point in that time, but besides that we've been on the road and we'd been doing numerous weekender and week-long trips before that as well, so we know kind of the gist of how it goes. And I thought, why not share some tips with you guys, because it is a tricky thing and sometimes we do still have days where we don't exactly know where to go, especially if it's a new area, and that's what we're in now, and we haven't done really Victoria before, so I'm going to discuss that with you guys today. First tip I wanted to talk to you guys about is an app, and this app is called Wiki Camps, and I believe you can get it on all phones. We've got iPhones. It's not a free app, I believe. Don't quote me on this. I believe it maybe is around $5, but it's definitely worth every penny. If you've got the spare $5, invest in this app, because basically it shows you obviously the map of Australia. It's just like Apple Maps. Basically, you zoom into the area you want to visit or go or have an idea around, and it's got heaps of symbols basically, and it can show you where campgrounds are, where free campgrounds are, where toilets are, showers even. It's got water sources on there, it's got picnic areas, day use areas, lookouts and all that sort of stuff. So it's really, really simple to use. You literally just tap on the one you want to go to, and then it's got like comments, and then it's got get directions, like prices if you have to pay, and heaps of other information as well. And the comments are really good because they're from individuals who've actually gone there, and they usually tell you their experience basically with the area. So that's really helpful, and you can kind of, yeah, find out if it's the sort of camp you would like to go to your circumstances, because some of you obviously would be in vans and some maybe with caravans, you know, 4-wheel drives, and there's definitely some that you probably wouldn't do in a van or a 2-wheel drive. But yeah, you can find all of that out on this Wiki Camps app. So if you've got that spare $5, definitely invest in that app. That has helped us so much. Tip number 2, get Apple Maps, or if you've got it, and turn it onto satellite mode. We do this a lot and we find that this actually gets us to the most beautiful places. When you know sort of area you're going to, you can zoom in and you can actually tell what the formations of the earth is like around there, I guess. So you can see if there's sand dunes, or you can see if there's really amazing rock formations, or you can see if there's mountains, and you know, see if there's rivers or lakes or anything like that. And that is something that we just found out more recently actually, and it's really shown us some beautiful, amazing spots. It's obviously a bit of a risk, like you just gotta wing it, but that's what it's all about, right? Adventure and the exploring. So yeah, if you guys are planning on doing travel, I definitely recommend trying that out. And it's a bit weird at first to kind of work out. The more you do it, the more you get used to it. Definitely try that out. And I think we actually picked that up from a couple we follow on Instagram, and their names are Claire Cohen and I think Mitch Cox. I think that's it. I might actually link them down below because they're awesome. Like, they've been such an inspiration to us. They've got like a blog I think as well that has like heaps of cool van life stuff on there too. So I'll link them down below for sure. So tip number 3, I would have to say try and get out and talk to locals of the area, or even if you've got like a social media platform, you know, Facebook, you know, Instagram, anything like that. What we do is we just, you know, make a little post and say, hey, we're in this area roughly, does anyone know some places we have to see in this area? And you'll find that out of all, like amongst the friends that you have or the followers that you have, there's always seemingly to be someone who really knows the area well and knows the places to go. Every time we've done that, we've had someone who's helped us out so much, so many amazing people. Yeah, that's really good because, you know, they've been there themselves, they know what's good, and they can recommend the nicer places. So if you've got some sort of platform, and if not social media, definitely just go out into the public. If you're not afraid to start a conversation, just ask some people, where's the best places to go? People will always usually be friendly enough to, you know, suggest some areas. And tip number 4 is not really a tip, but it's kind of just advice in the way that once you start doing van living or travelling on the road, you will really get a gist of what sort of places you really enjoy, and you'll start to realise what you're going to look for in a place, and yeah, you'll really start to get the ebb and flow of van living or travelling. You'll find that it does get easier over time. There's still always the tricky parts. Not gonna lie, like we still have times when we're like, where are we going? And yeah, there's always that little bit of risk, but that's all part of the journey. Just have your maps. If you've got a smartphone, like have your online maps, get that Wiki Camps app. It's not sponsored, by the way, we just love it. First word advice is always the best, definitely. And also don't be afraid to go off the beaten track a little. Sometimes there's some roads that are really extremely daunting, or you know, you don't know if you'll make it, or you know, time's running out at the end of the day where you got to find somewhere. But sometimes just take the risk, because usually the roads that are the most daunting are the most beautiful in the end. And we've had so many experiences like that, you know, that beautiful end destination. And you'll find when you live on the road, having that variety and change in scenery every day is just part of the greatness of it. And the other thing is, when worst comes to worst, Australia is really good in the way that they have roadside rest areas. So if you're absolutely desperate and you've done a big day of driving, or you know, just haven't thought about for some reason somewhere you can camp, you can always go to those roadside sort of parks, usually near highways. And they're free, they've got toilets, they usually have water, and you know, they're safe and all that. So that's always an option. And another option is, if you're not too afraid to risk it, you can just go park in car parks. And we've done this so many times, and we've ignored, sorry guys, we've ignored so many no camping signs, and been on the road for almost 6 months now, and we haven't even had one person say something to us yet. And we are always careful, and we always, you know, we're always so respectful of where we're staying, and you know, you never leave any rubbish, you leave exactly how you have it, because you don't want to ruin it for future, you know, future generations. You know, this, I don't know, who knows if this is going to be an option forever. So just always respect your space. That's really the best thing you can do. And yeah, if you do really need somewhere to stay, just, you know, stay in a car park. Make sure you get up early and just have everything in like you haven't stayed there, and just get on with your day. And you know, you're usually getting up with the sun anyway when you're living in the van, because you know, the sun comes into your van literally, unless you've got amazing block-out curtains. But I think that's kind of the magic of it too, is that you're rising and you're sleeping with the sun. But yeah, I hope this video has been helpful for you guys. And if you guys are on the road, some of you, or planning to go on the road, and you know, you need some tips, like there's some unanswered questions and you just have to know about them, feel free to comment below and give us some feedback or question us, and we will be happy to make a video for you guys talking about van life, because we do have lots of experience now, and you know, we love it so much. We still love it so much, and Regan and I love sharing it with you guys as well. So you know, we're here if you guys need some help or some, you know, some answers, so feel free. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe as well. We're going to be making heaps of videos like this, and yeah, if you enjoy this sort of stuff and you know, maybe one day you want to get on the road, yeah, stick around and, you know, join the little community that we hope to make here, and just share our stories and our advice with you guys. I guess we'll see you in another video. Thanks for watching.